Hello everyone. Give me just a minute to set up. Hope everybody's having a good day. I have thrifted the last 2 days and I was in Norman and Southside Oklahoma City majority of the day yesterday. Just meeting with people. One was a gold buy inquiry, and the other was a book buyer inquiry, and I was able to pick up a decent amount of books from a person that had found me on our website. If you are interested in me coming by and taking a look at your books that you have for sale, I am limiting people that I will actually go to your home. If you have 300 to 500 books at home, and most of them have ISBNs, and you can tell me, majority of what kind of books that you have and what kind of topics they are, I will make time to come over there, take a look at your books and scan them all. Once I scan them all, I'll be able to make you a good, clear offer. If you are interested in me coming by and buying your gold, looking at your jewelry, maybe you selling your jewelry, and me being able to resell it, I am paying about 40% of retail. I'll come by, I will test your jewelry, test the diamonds, I'll weigh it, look at the gold and such, and make you a cash offer on the spot if I'm interested. But we are actually here with for our haul today. I've got lots and lots of shoes. I've got a few designer bags, including Prada. I do have a Coach bag. I have lots of Tory Burch shoes. And then I have quite a collection of books here. I have some artwork. I have lots of hats. I did buy some gold, 10 karat, 14 karat gold. There's a bracelet and then also a little ring with emerald in it. And I bought some costume jewelry and just some other various things. If you have any questions, please let me know down below. This is really going to be just a quick little thrift haul. I would say no more than 30 minutes long. And I've got some numbers here for you as well. This particular haul was basically, if you want to count Sunday, you could. So you could say every 3 days. But I literally went to the chicken barn sale in Jones, Oklahoma, and I picked up an item, and I got some wine and stuff from a local winery here in Oklahoma. We'll go ahead and get started. Invested $150. And I thrifted about 5 hours, including Sunday. Monday, I put in, I want to say about 2 to 3 hours, maybe a little bit less. And then on yesterday was just a long day. And that's the thing about reselling books, is that books literally, they can take all day to find, a really good book that's worth, more than $5, sometimes 50 or 100. I just recently sold a book that was $50. If you saw that recently on our feeds, it was a brand new sealed book that was rare, limited edition, and it sold for $50. I paid less than a couple dollars for it. But anyway, so if I sell everything in this before any taxes or any fees or any investment, as far as monetary value goes, it'll be $4,760, and I invested $150, and I invested about 5 hours just thrifting. That doesn't include listing, so that's that one. Next one is going to be about $460 or $4,760, and that's going to be before taxes. After taxes, net, I would say about $3,400. That includes the eBay fees, Poshmark fees, MERCARI fees, any kind of shipping you may have to pay for, etc. And I sell about 5% of my listings each week. And right now I have about 1,100 listings. And so 5% of 1,100 listings each week is about 55 items. Basically every single day I have to go to the post office, and I'm shipping anywhere between 8 and 15 items a day, if not more, depending on how busy the day is. Some days are busier than others, obviousNext one here is going to be average sale. Average sale price is $28 per listing. And after shipping or any other kind of fees like that, I make about $20 per item, average. Next one, in this particular haul, I picked up, averaged everything up as the amount that I paid for everything. And I paid about $170 for everything, including tax on the items that were tax exempt or maybe tax charged. 88 cents for each item. And I've got about, when I get done listing and shipping and everything, I would say about 15 hours included in all these items to make that income. Okay. If you can hear me okay, please let me know. I'll go ahead and show you the stuff and take you off the candle holder here. Try to hold this as still as I can. We'll go ahead and start with the hats. I told you guys that I sell tons and tons of hats, and many of those hats that I've shown you in the previous videos that we've, gone through together, they've already sold. Several of those 90s hats have already sold. If you saw, it was one of the sale flips of the day. I think it sold for $25, and I invested 25 cents. Each one of these particular, and in the haul that I have in these, I have actually about 33 cents in. And this is a Thomas one. Any kind of kids hats that are, particular, themes, like right now the Grinch or, Oscar the Grouch or, vintage stuff. To get this particular hat, you would have had to go into one of their little, their parties that they throw. And so that's kind of a cool little item. I just thought this was a cool hat. It's really clean. It's a cool adjustable type hat that would fit everyone. Embroidered. And it says coaches and friends for the military. I thought that was very nice. Somebody will enjoy that for sure. Soccer mom. Most of these are going to be, embroidered type hats and branded hats. This is a vintage Pepsi hat. I would say it's probably from the early 80s. It might be 90s. And it is a official product of Pepsi. Festival of the Arts. Just miscellaneous brands. Obviously, a good brand to pick up is going to be Nike. And this is a relatively new hat. And it looks brand new. Now, I did run these through the washer before I videoed them. That is normally something that I do. At the very start of all of this is just to get them through the process because I do let them hang to dry. But you get the idea with hats. Okay, and with the meetup that I did in Norman, I met a lady that has called me before to sell her gold. I think that she sells gold or buys gold or maybe finds it. She buys storage units for a living. And she found this gold in the storage unit. So I purchased this from her, weighed it all out, tested it. Some of this stuff I will sell retail, the bracelet, the ring, and there's a couple of other like really, really old 14 karat gold pieces in there. I probably will scrap those. But I think I probably got about $170 for this, and I think I paid about maybe 40 or 50 bucks, something like that. I'll have to look at the receipt. I thought that chips and salsa little platter was cute. This is zinc. It is not sterling. I wish it was. But I found this at the Goodwill counter in Midway City, and I liked it. I thought somebody else would enjoy it as well. I got this from Goodwill. This is a Coach bangle, I believe. It might be a scarf cuff, but it is an official Coach branded product. I looked online. They're going for about $65, $40, something like that. I think I paid $3. Bracelets are normally $3 at Goodwill. Be sure and you go through the jewelry cabinets at Goodwill, y'all. They do not pretty much. They don't mark up anything. They really don't look at anything as far as the purity of the gold or anything like that. Brands, they don't really pay attention to that. Their jewelry is priced flat. So this Seiko watch, I actually picked this up at a garage sale that I hit up on the way. I don't know why they were running on a Monday, but it was still going during the Monday in Midway City. I picked this up. They had it marked $65, and I negotiated it down to $40. They sell for about $130 on eBay. I did pick up a sterling and turquoise bracelet down there. It is $925. I picked this up from a garage sale, and that was on Monday as well. The same brush though that I picked up the CHACO from. I've got some wallets here. This one's a Coach one, Stone Mountain, Brighton. I have about a couple dollars in each of these. Even these old Coach ones that are beat up like this. This looks like it's got some Sharpie or some kind of something on it. Now I'll have to refurbish the leather and clean it. I mean, it's obviously dirty, and I haven't had time to clean this stuff yet, y'all. Y'all are the first people to lay eyes on this. Just keep that in mind when you go through it. I would never sell the products that look like this, and if I can't clean them to where they're in good shape, then I won't sell them. But this is a Brighton wallet, and it is a pleather, vegan style crocodile themed print leather wallet. We've got some shoe horns. These are super expensive, and I always pick these up because I do sell a lot of shoes. And if it is a higher end type shoes, men's shoes specifically, and it's a couple $100 or $100 or more, I will ship them with these and give them these a lot of times just because it makes the presentation a lot nicer. This mighty Tonka crane here, I picked it up from the Chicken Barn sale in Jones, Oklahoma, that took place, the little holiday sale. And the repurposed driven lice, Allison Brown is who I actually purchased this from. And be sure and look them up. This is their card. I think they had this marked $28. I did negotiate them down a couple dollars. And it is more than what I would have paid for it, but I wanted to support the event. And so I would normally have offered about $15. These do sell for about $140, $120, and that's including shipping. If you can get the right buyer, and once I get it cleaned, looks like it's got some paint on it. I'll try to get that as clean as possible. And I also bought in the picture, I think you guys should see on Instagram and Facebook, I bought a thing of wine, and it was just Chardonnay. And these folks are located in Luther, Oklahoma. And they make jams as well. I looked them up on Facebook. They are on Instagram. The wine was really good, and it is gone. So back here, I've got a couple suede pair of boots. I don't remember the brand. I think it's a brand that I hadn't heard of. I'll have to look it up. I've got a couple hats back there. This is it is legit, and it does need just a tiny bit of cleaning, and I'll get my suede cleaner out and get it all looking good so that I can sell it. It needs just a little bit of work. It's a little bit dirty. The inside is really clean, and it does not have a smoke smell or anything like that. Suede specifically will hold, in my opinion, a lot more smoke smell than just a regular top grain leather. I do have another Coach bag here. I like to pick up my Coach bags. They do sell well for me. This one is in pretty good shape. It's just the canvas with the normal C's, and all the hardware checks out. It looks good. Another Coach piece here. Crossbodies. The crossbodies normally do really well for me. I pick this up at Goodwill. And I actually picked it up for the 10, and it says some kind of washer brand, and it's like a tool item. I always pick these kind of items up because if it's rusty and dusty, and if it has something to do with tools, generally they will sell well. And in the interior of them is actually old antique fishing lures, and I will probably lot these up and then sell them on eBay. And they look literally like, old 60s fishing gear. So awesome. Grab that. I got this bag here, just another crossbody. I believe this one's by Coach, or not Coach, I'm sorry, Fossil. And no, it looks like it's by another brand. Let me see if I can pull this out for you. I will have to look that up. It says Italian leather. Anytime I see, made in Brazil, or Italian made or something like that, I always want to look it up, especially if you can actually tell and feel the quality in the piece. I have sold several purses. I have sold jackets. I have sold many different things that are recycled seat belts from cars. I'm not really sure about this bag. I will have to look this bag up. I could not find the particular bag before the video. I tried to find it. It does not have a zipper for some reason, and it makes me wonder if you're just supposed to squash something in there and it's supposed to be secure, or maybe it's just a case, or I'm not sure, but I will have to look that up. This here is going to be a Brookstone leather suede bag. It is a tote. I'm going to have to do a little bit of work on it. I've got another sack bag here. This particular bag was in the same video from, I don't know, I want to say, I think it was video number or haul number 3, something like that. It was in yellow. That bag is just now being listed. I'm almost through with a lot of my purses. You'll start to see a lot of the purses start to show up in the listings on Facebook if you were interested in any of those purses that you saw in the last videos. I have more shoes over here. I got lots of suede booties. Good brands. These are Josie boots, which is a pretty good brand. Good looking. It does have a tall heel. I want to say they're size 6. I've got some men's CHACO boots. More suede boots. I've got some children's boots. I do like to sell boots, y'all. They do bring in decent money. I did find a pair of Burkies while I was out. I do have 2, let's see, Tory Burch flats. These pair here. I also have some Sam Edelman's in there as well. Some Tommy Hilfiger pieces. More Tory there. And I have some Capelli. I always end up saying those really funky. Those sell real well. They do need to be cleaned. I do have some Keens, some more Sperry's. That's a pretty new item, and somebody will love those. It looks like the design is with yellow paint. So, and then over here are my books. People always ask me, what kind of books do you buy? What kind of books should I buy? It's very hard to answer that question because books are so complicated. A book that was popular 6 months ago cannot sell for as much as it is right now because of the demand and the amount of people that are selling, especially with pre-owned books. But I mean, if you look these books up, and you can kind of tell, by the names of the books, what they're about. Most of them are softbacks. In a lot of places you're going to go, the softbacks are going to be cheaper than the hardbacks. And don't be afraid to look through the softbacks. There'll be a lot more softbacks most of the time because it's just cheaper to print. And some of them can still fetch really good money. Now, that one that I just sold last weekend for $50, that was a hardback, and it was sealed in the box, and it was new, and it was limited. So that's just a particular case there. Most of these books here are going to sell average for about $5. The buyer will pay $3.50 shipping, and a lot of times the shipping is actually pays for the book too, because it only costs about $2.79 to ship a book that's about this size. So anyway, I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy watching these videos, please like or comment. I look forward to hearing from you. Have a great evening.